KL is Crossroads, ASEAN-GCC-China engagement in a multipolar global order. Summits in Malaysia highlight a deepening axis of cooperation across trade, energy, and digital strategy amid a fragmenting global power structure. By AZLAN, Kuala Lumpur. As geopolitical alignments shift, Kuala Lumpur has become the focal point of a historic convergence between Southeast Asia and the Gulf. The Malaysian capital is hosting the 46th ASEAN Summit, the second ASEAN-GCC Summit, and the inaugural ASEAN-GCC-China Summit on May 26 to 27, 2025, a trio of high-stakes meetings that could redefine interregional diplomacy for the next decade. These summits, held under the theme Inclusivity and Sustainability, aim to deepen cooperation across 4 strategic domains: trade, energy, food security, and digital innovation. They also represent a deliberate pivot by ASEAN and the GCC to assert their agency in an increasingly multipolar global order. Strategic realignment. Diplomatic delegations have already begun arriving. Among them are Qatari Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Sultan Saad Sultan Al Maraiki and Philippine Foreign Secretary Enrique A. Manalo, with other top diplomats from Indonesia and Singapore set to follow. ASEAN Secretary General Dr. Kao Kim Howern will also participate, as Malaysia leverages its 2025 chairmanship to push for pragmatic multilateralism. At the core of these summits lies a vision to transform ASEAN-GCC relations from symbolic engagement into structured institutional cooperation. Proposed initiatives include an ASEAN-GCC economic corridor, joint energy ventures in renewables and hydrogen, expanded halal-certified food supply chains, and integrated digital infrastructure connecting the 2 blocs. The timing is critical. ASEAN economies are grappling with rising protectionism from the West, while GCC nations are urgently diversifying away from hydrocarbons. Trade between ASEAN and the GCC stood at $120 billion in 2024, but leaders believe that figure can double within 5 years with stronger connectivity and harmonized regulation. China enters the frame. The inclusion of China in the Trilateral Summit adds a geopolitical dimension. For Beijing, this platform reinforces its Belt and Road ambitions and offers an alternative to Western-dominated supply chains. For ASEAN and the GCC, China represents both a strategic investor and a complex partner. China is already ASEAN's largest trading partner and one of the GCC's biggest oil customers. Its presence is both an opportunity for expanded trade and a reminder of the delicate balancing act smaller states must perform in a world of great power rivalry. Outcomes to watch. While no treaty is expected, observers anticipate several deliverables: a joint communiqué on economic resilience, an energy cooperation roadmap, and perhaps the establishment of a permanent ASEAN-GCC Council. The summits are also expected to produce a food security pact and digital innovation MOUs, especially in fintech and e-commerce. Malaysia's Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has positioned these engagements as a cornerstone of his foreign policy legacy. Framing the gatherings as a triumph of South-South diplomacy, Anwar has argued for a polycentric global order where cooperation, not coercion, drives progress. Tash. Malaysia's moment. Hosting these summits allows Malaysia to reclaim its status as a diplomatic bridge between East and West, Islam and secularism, emerging and developed economies. It also offers Kuala Lumpur the chance to showcase stability after years of domestic political upheaval and credibility as an architect of meaningful regional cooperation. The events in KL could well mark the emergence of a new axis in the global South. No longer content to be mere spectators, ASEAN and the GCC are now shaping global norms on their own terms, with China increasingly in the room, not just at the door. In a world tilting away from unipolarity, Kuala Lumpur may prove to be more than just a host. It may become the intersection where a new diplomatic geometry takes form. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope, so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again, its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.